It's Monday and we've got a busy week this week. So, this is a week leading up to my 20th wedding anniversary, which is on Wednesday. And then on the weekend, Alan and I are flying to Aruba to celebrate our anniversary. So, I'm really excited, but there is a lot to get done before we head out. I don't know about you, but I especially feel being a woman that there's always the vacation Olympics. This is a term that my friend coined about all the things that women have to do to get ready for a vacation. And so I'm going to be sharing a lot of that with you this week because I have a lot of appointments and just errands and tasks that need to get done so that once I step foot on that plane, I can just sit back, relax, and then bring that feeling with me to a lounge chair in Aruba while I'm sitting on the beach and sipping a cocktail. Today was a pretty typical Monday. After I woke up, I did some writing, and then Alan and I walked Wagner in the park. They dropped me off. I went to Pilates. In the afternoon, I got my hair cut and colored, again, just in time for our anniversary dinner and for vacation. Then this afternoon, Alan and I recorded my next video, which you'll see before this one airs, which we talk about being married for 20 years and the reality of having a 20-year plus relationship. So I'm really excited about that. He did a great job joining me. It was a lot of fun to talk about what our expectations were when we got married, how we've changed, some of the key principles to having a successful relationship. So that was a lot of fun to do. Wednesday's our anniversary, so we have a nice dinner planned that evening. It's also the fourth game in the NBA Finals series, and New York has just been a buzz with the Knicks being in the finals for the first time in 50 years. So, depending on how tonight's game goes, it could be a really critical game. It's either going to be potentially the final game of the season, or it could be a game where the Knicks need to bounce back. So, we're going to have dinner a little earlier, and then we're definitely going to watch that game. We've been staying up late doing that. Then Thursday and Friday, Alan's going to be in New Jersey for work. And so I'm just going to work on getting the apartment clean, getting our laundry done, pre-packing, and making sure that Wagner is all set for us to leave on the weekend. So I'm really excited to do a long form vlog. I've done a lot of days in my life, but I've never done a week in my life before. It'll be nice to share more detail with you about what a week in New York actually looks like. There are some days where I'm out of the apartment a lot, and then there are other days where I'm just here, and that's okay. But I want to share all of that with you. And if you like the style of video, then I can absolutely do more of these. So, the agenda for Monday night is I was supposed to meet a new friend at Bryant Park, but they're decided at the last minute to do a huge Knicks watch game at Bryant Park. And so we decided to wait till after I get back from my trip to meet up for lunch instead. And then I'm going to work on some of my editing for the video that Alan and I just recorded. And then I'm also going to work on some of my Instagram social media. The other thing that I wanted to mention is that I'm also working on editing my second book. So I've written one book. I'm trying to get a book agent, but I'm about halfway through writing my second book. Tonight, my husband Alan and I are going to dinner. we will be home in time for the next game. We didn't plan it that way. That's just how it's working out. But we took some time this morning to exchange cards, and I'm laughed because they are so similar, and that just really defines our relationship. We are very similar in many ways. We're different individual people, but we just have so many similarities. When we opened our cards this morning and they both had like mountain scenes with rivers going through them, we got a good laugh out of that. So, Alan and I met in grad school at the University of Texas. The funny thing is that we both went to Clemson University and got bachelor's degrees in marketing, but we didn't know each other. We found out after the fact that we had similar friends, and we actually had two classes together. One was a big lecture class, the other was an 8 a.m. class. And if you went to college, you remember those classes. No one is awake during those. But then we went to Texas and we both got master's degrees in advertising. And that's where we met. There were about 80 of us that year in the program. It was a 2-year program. And we started dating almost right away. So I really believe that we met each other at the right time. If we met at Clemson, I think we definitely would have been friends. But there was just that opportunity to take it into something more romantic once we were in graduate school. And so we have been married for 20 years, but we got together in 2022. So we've been together for 24 years total. We dated for 3 years, got engaged, and then um, got married. So tonight we're going out to dinner. We're going to a restaurant in our neighborhood that we've never been to. It's a little higher end, so it's just one we haven't crossed off yet, but I'm really looking forward to having some good food, drinking our wine. We're actually bringing a bottle that we got in Napa last year, and then just having some good conversation. That's one of my favorite things to do with Alan. Looking forward to heading to Aruba this weekend. This is our big celebration of the anniversary. You know, sometimes in life, you kind of feel guilty for either taking time or spending money on things, but this is our one life. This is my one marriage. We're never going to celebrate 20 years again. We're going to celebrate 25 and 30 and 35, etc. But this is a big deal. So I'm really looking forward to going to Aruba. It's one of our favorite places and just relaxing. But before we do that, going to celebrate tonight and reflect on the past 20 years. All right, so I just got back from Whole Foods and I'm going to show you what I got. This is not a typical grocery run for me. I think I've mentioned Alan is out of town today, overnight, and tomorrow. So I just got a few things to hold me over. And since he's gone, it's a great excuse to have a little girl dinner. But first, I got bananas for protein smoothies in the mornings. I got skinny dipped. I absolutely love these. They're great. I have a big sweet tooth, so it's a good way to get a dessert without overindulging. And then I wanted to try this Culture Pop. It's black cherry sparkling. I haven't tried this brand before, so we'll give that a run today. Now for girl lunch or girl dinner, I got some shrimp. I crave shrimp cocktail in the summer. So I got that. I'll probably have it maybe with some like cheese and crackers and grapes, just as like a little plate. I also got some fruit. We went and had a mango, watermelon, and like burrata salad the other night at a restaurant, which was amazing. I can't stop thinking about it. So I got some fruit. And then I have some barbecue in the refrigerator and some corn. So I'm going to do little barbecue sliders with an ear of corn. And then I also just got some pre-made Brussels and sweet potatoes. So that is the plan for the next few meals. Little barbecue sliders with some veggies, a little shrimp cocktail plate, and we'll go from there. But that's what I got. Good morning. It's the day before we go to Aruba. We just dropped Wags off at daycare, and I'm headed to get a spray tan. Today, I just have my appointment. I need to pack. I've already cleaned the apartment. I did that last 2 days. I'm going to do some laundry, just a little light straightening up. I always love coming home from vacation to a clean apartment. And then just relax and hopefully watch the Knicks win in 5 games tonight. Spray tan successful. Now I'm heading to the bus. I'd say this is one inconvenience about living in New York. If you get something like a spray tan, and then especially in the summer when you have to go home, you have to logistically think about how you're going to do it. I could obviously jump in a car, but the bus is coming. I'm going to wait in the shade and try not to let it melt off while I wait for the bus to arrive. Okay, it's 4:15 and I am pretty much packed. This is the earliest that I've been packed before a trip. I mean, toiletries, everything, suitcase could be zipped up right now and ready to go. I wanted to get this done early because we're getting picked up around 4:30 a.m. and I have a tendency to just take my time in the morning. So I literally just want to get out of bed, change, put on a little makeup, and be ready to head out the door. Just need to do my carry on bag, books, iPad, that kind of stuff. Doing laundry, doing the sheets and the towels, probably run the dishes before we go. But yeah, you just finish up. I want to be done, I'd say, by 5 o'clock with every single thing, everything put away, my carry on bag done, electronics charged, all of that. So that then I can just sit back, relax. I still need to give myself a manicure. I feel like I say I'm done, but then there's always a few other things to be done. And then ordering some dinner, watch TV, and watch the game tonight. I'm really excited. I cannot wait. We planned this a while ago, and it's just so exciting that it's finally here. And this time tomorrow, we will be in Aruba sipping a cocktail and looking at the ocean. So, thank you so much for joining me for a week in the life. This is the first one that I've done. I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know what you liked, what you didn't, what you'd like to see more of. And as always, thank you so much for coming along on this journey of mine. Midlife reinvention has definitely been a journey, but I'm really enjoying this next chapter. If you like this video, please like and subscribe. I post new videos every week. I'll see you next time.